And that ended up with us exploring Hang Son Doong in 2009. And once we got into there, we realised we'd rediscovered the underground river, which also ended in a sump at the downstream end. So we had a gap there of around 600 metres between the two sumps in the caves. So we were fairly confident that the same water that goes into Son Doong then comes out of Hang Son. But it took until now for us to decide to try and dive and make that connection.
Idea that there's a passage somewhere on this wall.
Yeah.
But I mean, because it's warm, it felt quite.
Yeah, it's hanging, sort of hanging.
Oh, hanging down from the
roof. If it was a formation, you'd call it a curve.
Yeah, okay.
Just a massive lump of rock.
Okay.
There's a thing. Oh, and I've got 5 metres left. Line. Oh, no, I'm at 50.
Oh, so you only reached 50 at the end.
Yes, I only reached 50 right at the end.
So we knew the dive was going to go deep, but there was a possibility that there might be a higher roof, and the floor was deep, but the roof of the tunnel was much shallower, so there was potential for us to be able to get through at roof level. Gradually going down, I was looking at the beds of limestone, and they were dipping down as well, so it was obviously it was the way on. I could have gone deeper, but with the gases I had available, it wasn't a wise option, so I had to tie off at that depth and then come back up the line. It was obviously much deeper underneath me at the final point, but I couldn't see the roof at that depth, and with the limited visibility we had, it was a bit hard to sort of discern the roof and the passages. So I ascended and spent a lot of time decompressing. Total dive time was about 2 hours. Probably 80 to 90 minutes of that was decompression.
When we first arrived at the dive site, before even putting the diver in the water, we decided, because there was a raft, we would make plumb depth measurements of the whole length of the sump pool, which was maybe 150 metres long. And at first we were quite discouraged because it went straight to 20 metres, then often most of it was 35 metres, and right at the end was 93 metres, which was pretty deep. And deeper than any of the gases we had available to us. So straight away, from the end of the start of where the sump was, we realised we were not going to be able to get that deep. So quite disappointing. But I think from the progress we've made, I think following the wall, we've identified the main ongoing passage. We've identified it is a separate passage, and we've made good progress there to a moderate or reasonable depth considering what we have. So I think that's probably a lot more encouraging than we first thought when we plumbed that depth to 93 metres.
Very often there's lots of disappointment in what we do. We're trying to go places that no one's ever been before. We don't know what's there. We don't know if we can go there. We don't know if the passage continues. We don't know if it's going to be too deep or too far. So it's a game of just trying, and a lot of disappointment, and every so often you get a great success. But that's just the nature of exploration.